Do we cover things like grants and farmers loans programs and funding options like that? We do. However, some of those things are a little bit lower on the priority list of the things that we cover. And the reason is because we prioritize things that you can control. So a grant you can't really control because there might be 10,000 people applying and they might give out 10 grants or 100 grants or whatever it might be. So you're really just at bay of the person on the other side of the desk that is deciding whether you get it or not. So that's not fully in your control. Whereas we stick with things that are fully, in your control, and that's why, for an example of that would be doing private investment to, bring somebody in as a partner for that, because you're in control of being able to attract and find that person, and we give you those systems. Another good example is being able to get into land to be able to, cash flow it, or crowdfunding is fully in your control, donations fully in your control. There's other systems that we can apply, like for example, if you were able to generate cash flow on your land, that's 100% in your control. And then how you reinvest that is also fully in your control. So there's lots of ways to also cover the purchasing cost of the land. Things like, logging a fire break. If you're in a fire zone, you have trees, you're going to want a fire break anyway. So you can get some cash out of that. You'd also might be able to subdivide something. You also might be able to do carbon credits or something like all of that those are actually really great ways to cover the purchasing cost of land, or some of it, sometimes more of it. I know people actually profit just off doing those things, meaning that they pay off the land and make money on top of that. So they have no mortgage, which is sweet. So there's lots of ways that are in your control that we start with first. And then after that, we get into some of those other options, but they are in there. Another good one is like the farmers loan program. I think that's great. We haven't personally gone through that program, but we have about 2,700 enrollments at the time of this recording. So there's tons of people in our program that have gone through that stuff. So for that, it'd just be, really great to get into the community and just post that that's what you're interested in doing, kind of where you're at. And then people have lots of insight to be able to bring an offer to the group, which has been really sweet because it's kind of like a mastermind of different experiences and expertise and things like that. Yeah, I hope that helps answer